You have no idea how many different things I did.
I'm sure.
I had 7 mayors and 40-some councilors. And we took this town, which was just a kind of a lumber town and a second-rate tourist town, and turned it into one of the top tourist attractions in Oregon. And you didn't do it real simply. You had to build, like the first thing we did was we built the Quinta Art Association down there to turn around. Anyway, we built that for them. When the fishermen's wives came to the city council meeting to testify that they wanted the council to build that building and let the YA have it, this is their exact words. We want those goddamn tourists off our husbands' boats down there on the bayfront. Bring them back to Nye Beach where they belong. And about that time, Nye Beach was what we'd call Poverty Gulch. It was just full of drug people shooting their hands with needles. And so the council, without my knowing it, got a realtor in town to tie up all the property there where you see the Performing Arts Center setting. And it was full of old 1910 motel type stuff where you pull your car in beside a little house. And we finally, the group of people that these 2 ladies got started, they all come together again. They got them to petition the city council to help them build the Performing Arts Center. So I had my urban renewal in my hip pocket, and we started, and we told them we'd put up about $2 million if they'd raise $500,000. Well, they raised $700,000 in our urban renewal. I think I convinced the council to let me build the whole thing and let them keep that capital to get started with, which was really smart to do. The fellow that was the publisher of the paper had worked in Mark Hatfield's office in Washington, D.C., and he called a meeting, and we met in his office at the newspaper, and that was in the last part of '82. And then from there on is where we'd meet at 6 o'clock in the morning in various banks. And our job was to raise money to build the aquarium, just that simple. But that's because we had the people that their businesses and everything depended on us succeeding in getting something that would bring tourists in around a year.
Sure.
Because our terraces went, see, this is what was the trouble. The Georgia Pacific had bought C.D. Johnson and shut the sawmill down and built a pulp mill. They dumped their untreated sewage waste on our beach. And it stunk, it was about that deep, and it made the paint peel off the housing and motels that were near the bayfront, or the ocean front. And so when people were coming over, starting to cross our bridge going north, the motto was, put the pedal to the metal and get through this stinking hole. I mean, you got to understand what Newport's economy was. From World War I, we were a C.D. Johnson old growth timber sawmill, the biggest pulp spruce sawmill in the world, set in Toledo. And it was to get spruce to build airplanes for World War I, pure and simple. So they cut down all this huge spruce trees. They're about, I'm not giving this, about this big around. And they would haul them all the way from Yahats up and dump it in our bay down there, and then raft them up the bay to Toledo. 40 years sees a lot of changes. And the atmosphere that I had to work in is so different that it's about 180 degrees. It's the opposite side of what you have to work in today. I did a lot of things that you couldn't do now because it's illegal for you. See, the state government and the federal government didn't even know city governments existed. They didn't care what you did. Now they tell you how to wipe your bottom and which kind of paper to use. I mean, they just get in your business everywhere they can. It's just dumb. I don't have a ghost of an idea of why that. See, to me, that's pure politics. We sucked it out underneath 2 Democratic senators from up there who were asleep at the wheel. And then they were totally surprised that the ships that used to come into Seattle there went to Newport. And it just took them by total surprise. Nobody down here ever thought we had a chance of getting it. But I would have no clue as to what you could do to keep this NOAA here. Well, it used to be Georgie's. That's the one my wife just loved. I mean, there were others that we liked into her, but Georgie was the wife of Bill Hay that built the Hallmark.
Oh, okay.
And that's why it was called Georgie's.
Okay.
I don't eat out that much anymore.
Where's the best place in Newport to watch the sunset?
The sunset?
Yeah.
My park.
Amen to that.
That's right. That's right.
Amen to that.